They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Second down, here's an option right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. To throw is Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and 2. The give is to Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That's complete right around the 8. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. It's a keeper with Prescott, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Dak Prescott, his 11th touchdown of the year, and the Cowboys have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Fields now to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. On the move to his left.
He'll get this to Elliott.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Play action now. Prescott rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now a throw here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. That is caught by Cohen. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are backed up as far as you can go as they'll start this drive on their own 1-yard line.
And whenever I see the Cowboys backed up on their own 1-yard line, I think of one thing. Tony Dorsett at the old Metrodome playing against the Vikings when he got away with a 99-yard touchdown run and did it with only 10 guys on the field on offense for the Cowboys. So in this situation, I highly suggest they bring the 11th guy out to aid their cause.
On second down, it's Elliott. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, at a gain of about 4 here, moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. first down. Prescott.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 41, Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
10th carry now for Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Dancing to his left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis. And that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Elliott running right. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Being chased out left. Finding some room at midfield.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42.
Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd down and 8. Prescott off play action. And that's Elliott, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play here for Dallas.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 73 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Bears 6. Brett Zerline, the kickoff for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13. Fields swings this out here for Cohen. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let him know, let him know. 42's the mark, boy, 42. 42.
They snap it to Fields. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Slam, slam.
Fields throwing again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game. So defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
14's the mic.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Watch right. Let's go, let's go. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. 22, check, over. 22, check, check, check.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Throwing here, Prescott. Steps away. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You just like
You're
one
handing
game
out
ball?